stormed the building a short time ago. 2 terrorists have been reported killed at that location. CBS correspondent Elaine Cobb is in Paris for us tonight. Elaine, what do you know?
Scott, that hostage taking, yes, is over at the concert hall, but at the stadium where the friendly soccer game between France and Germany was held, explosions were heard. People fled onto the field trying to hope for safety there. We're hearing reports that the explosions there may have been the work of 1, possibly 2 suicide bombers. There's attacks on the restaurants. There were 2 restaurants in the east of Paris, and of course the Bataclan concert hall, where there was a death metal concert underway. One of the people at the concert said it was coming to the end of a song, and suddenly they heard the shots fired. They saw a man with a semi-automatic rifle firing into the air, and then the hostage situation was underway. That now over. People have been evacuated from the Bataclan concert hall. President Hollande has declared a state of emergency. Metros in the east of Paris have been shut down. The stations are not being served by lines that are still running in the west. Universities and schools have been closed, and the country has shut its borders.
Elaine Cobb reporting for us tonight in Paris. Elaine, thank you. We also have Mike Morell, the former number 2 at the CIA, now our CBS News senior security contributor. Michael, what do you make of these attacks as they've unfolded?
Scott, one of the things that strikes me here is the operational security of the operatives. We're talking about a large group of them. We're talking about multiple simultaneous attacks, and they kept it secret. That is a very difficult thing to do. Requires operational sophistication. We haven't seen that kind of sophistication since the London bombings.
And the London bombings in 2007. And given the operational sophistication, as you put it, who do you think could be behind this?
So I think the question on responsibility, Scott, goes to either self-radicalized individuals in France coming together, working this out. Perhaps they met in a mosque, perhaps they met in prison, or direction by a terrorist group overseas, either ISIS or Al-Qaeda in Yemen. ISIS has been working on a capability to conduct attacks in Western Europe, and as you know, Al-Qaeda in Yemen was responsible for the Charlie Hebdo attack in Paris earlier this year.
Back in January, when 17 people were killed by 3 Islamic terrorists. Michael Morell, former number 2 at the CIA, thank you very much. A little bit earlier this evening, President Obama spoke about the attacks at the White House.
We're reminded in this time of tragedy that the bonds of liberté, égalité, and fraternité are not only values that the French people care so deeply about, but they are values that we share. And those values are going to endure far beyond any act of terrorism or the hateful vision of those who perpetrated the crimes this evening. We're going to do whatever it takes to work with the French people and with nations around the world to bring these terrorists to justice